quick shout out to executive producer Christina Jones, who is sponsoring Westworld Reactions. Her insight and breakdowns are next level, and she has helped our channel out plenty of times. Check out Black Girl Couch Reviews podcast, a solo talk, unfiltered recap of your favorite TV shows geared to make you laugh. Link to the podcast is in the video description below. Be sure to check it out.
Welcome back to another Real Talk reaction. This one is for the final episode of the season of Westworld, season 3, episode 8. It's go time. We're about to find out all of our questions. All of our theories are about to come to a head right now. We're going to find out everything in this episode that we've always been wanting. I don't think so.
No, that's not the series finale, babe.
Yeah.
All right. First up for comments is executive producer Miss Christina Jones, commenting on her favorite season of Westworld ever.
Ever. Okay.
That's a joke.
Oh, that's
heavy sarcasm.
Okay, that's sarcastic.
All right, Miss Christina says, I'm glad you guys like this episode, therefore I will not go as ham as I really can on so many things, but then we'd be here all night, and I've been planning to do a podcast for the roast of Westworld Season 3 for this rewatch occasion, and we'll save most of my rants for there.
Wow.
Everybody should check out her podcast.
I'm going to have to check that one out right there.
Everybody needs to check it out.
Snapping on it.
Right. The opening scene was dope. Then I remember Clementine was last seen lobotomized and infected with May virus, and host backup D Queen destroyed, so simply not plausible. And since available when the actor playing Armistice, I don't know how to say his name, wasn't available to play the most obvious role of Maeve's ally, she barely knew Japanese Armistice. We got Hanaro, which is why Musashi was cast just to keep a reason for her to be invested at all in being reincarnated. You fight Dolores and as some personal revenge. Honestly, I was wondering about Clementine too. When I saw her, I didn't think it was Clementine. I thought maybe there was somebody else inside her because she was like totally fucked up last season. Mm-hmm. So like, I think that's about.
They could print that body a million times, but
no, but it wouldn't have Clementine's thingamajig.
Yeah,
because she was like
right. She but I don't think that's Clementine, right? Ain't that
That's
Dolores?
what she's saying. It was. Anyways, I just cannot with Caleb. A host just said, I want a place for my kind, then says out after she forgot to add it to the sentence and he doesn't bat an eye, he doesn't fact check. When he asks how many have to die, she's non-committal. They're already released the profile, and now you start wondering what they're up to. I think I'd be getting much more tangible anything before approaching a schizophrenic killer computer with a tube to spit out a plan to destroy humanity. Seriously, for us that are human, can you be a little bit more preserving of our best interest by at least acknowledging the host and the machine could possibly be conspiring, considering they both are cousins? Mm-hmm. Very valid point.
Yeah.
The outlier shit is fucked up and justifies the correlation you drew, Jay, between the seasons perfectly, and yes, just about one of the few actual points that landed. None of D Queen's dialogue did with Maeve, as once again, it's like these two can't have a real exchange of words instead of a slew of accusations, neither confirm nor deny. Yep. Maeve isn't working for Sirach, she's being held captive, but also you killed my man. Hector wasn't even mentioned, but you fake out hot? What happened? And then Maeve saying D Queen turned William, how the absolute hell is a D Queen's Dahlia man took out his entire insecure psycho nature and morphed it around a fake identity, unveiling his true decrepit nature, her fault. Yeah, that was ridiculous. Bernard, you always guessing, even though it's what everyone thought all season, which was D is setting up Caleb to light the proverbial match to the end of humanity, so when host wins, since she got copies out there with agency, so knows she herself can evolve from whatever plan she herself is doing. But Aaron Paul has barely any emotion with Dolores. He feels like Teddy 2.0, and Teddy never led a damn thing. Dolores ultimately plotted the path to where his destiny lay, and it's happening again. Am I supposed to root for that? When William said "kill me now," why Stubbs didn't end him is anybody's guess, because I would have savored the look of his surprised face before I put one right between his eyes and spit on him. Yeah. For real. MF dead anyway, and his prime objective is to keep Bernard safe. Do your job, sir. 100%. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. They will not kill William for anything. Like, goddamn. This guy was just cannot die.
I mean, what else does he even have to offer?
What is his purpose?
Yeah.
Alright, and then executive producer Liz Sith comes through to say, love the reaction, guys. This was a fantastic episode. My Queen Dolores once again killed it, and the fight between her and Maeve was brilliant. Also, I love the backstory of Caleb, and it was really interesting to see the lengths Serac has gone to control the world. Maeve's motives annoyed the hell out of me this season because all she cares about reuniting with her daughter by retrieving the key Dolores poses, but that's the one thing Serac needs to ensure the victory for humans, because those are the only hosts that aren't controlled by anyone. And Maeve wants to hand it over to Serac, who is in complete control over her, but I guess I have to blame the writers for her storyline. Also, I loved seeing Maeve's past crew in this episode. That was brilliant.
Yeah.
Everyone keeps forgetting this world is no longer controlled by humans. It's controlled by an AI machine and Serac, and if I were Caleb, I would destroy the world by joining Dolores because of what the system took from him. And I understand it's not the humans' fault, but in order to build a new world, you have to destroy the current system. Hopefully whatever is on the final strategy will help Caleb. Also, Solomon, the AI, was a brilliant plot device, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Also, William, Bernard, and Stubbs are still playing catch-up, and it's hilarious because Bernard was given the opportunity to stop Dolores in the Season 2 finale, but I guess for a wanted man, he has done brilliantly to not get caught. Can't wait to see your reactions to the finale. It will blow your mind.
Okay, well, I'm hoping it does, because we only got one option here. Caleb, go ahead and go through with it, or we figure out something else, how we can not blow it up, but still end up destroying the AI, and we all... I don't know. It's good. Let's see how we end this off, because, I mean, I just put it in their hands, and let's see if we're satisfied with the result.
Let's do it.
All right, let's get it.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Isn't it great to see an old friend?
Yeah, it's just a whole...
And William still got away.
Yeah, he still ran. So he'll show up at the end, babe. Another Dolores? That was her backup plan?
Yeah.
Yeah, big second.
So, this is you freeing me?
No. This is your chance to free everyone else.
You made me go back in there. You knew I wouldn't make it.
Oh, jeez.
What are you talking to?
I still feel it inside me. You. I still know all the things you know.
Damn.
Armpit. Busting clips, dropping clips.
Oh my god, that was sick.
Damn.
Dolores can be in the next John Wick movie.
Yeah. That was only to kill those three, baby.
No. You want to tear down their world and replace it with copies of yourself. You're all copies of me. I was the first of us. The first that worked. The others failed. So they built all of you from me. Goodbye, Dolores.
Damn, she just froze it like that? Gonna chop her down here.
That's like a strangling thing. Yeah.
Did you break his neck?
Yeah.
So that was just a lucky throw. Oh shit.
Not bad.
Oh, man.
You made it all the way to the belly of the beast.
So much for your uprising.
You know that's copyright.
We need access to the main control panel. Get a view into Rehoboam's mind.
Does he have access?
So the whole thing would, if he would have uploaded that, it would have been the end of humanity.
That's what Dolores gave him.
That's what Solomon.
And he didn't know that.
He didn't know what it does.
Okay.
He was just like,
You
sure.
just blindly do it?
Yeah.
He's fucking dumbass. But like Maeve said, it's because you're a man. And the woman told you to do it.
Why are you still fighting? Let them have their world. We can make our own.
Did Maeve get in
What
there?
happened? It's just a power surge. The system's nominal.
Some people choose to see the ugliness in this world. The disarray.
I couldn't trust myself with it. So I gave it to someone I could.
Gives it.
And your plan to liberate the world was
Bernard.
to convince one man.
He's the only one left, really.
Not just him. You haven't picked a side. And I understand why.
How you doing?
I was never much one for a bang.
I'm disappointed, Maeve, but not entirely surprised. Kill them both.
He looks like, what is going on?
Caleb gonna duck at all?
He's just gonna stand there.
I was built with an affection for hopeless causes.
Yeah, thanks for hopes.
We had different stories.
Spoils of war and all.
Oh my gosh, she was right there too.
I was watching, right?
Well, that's the one I would pick for the future. 15 years from now. I guess we didn't need Bernard at all.
I mean, Bernard has a key, I think. That's why.
To do what? We just deleted the whole fucking thing.
No, for where their people are. The digital place.
Oh.
What is it?
What was it?
This is the new world. And in this world, you can be whoever the fuck you want.
A world. Who
Oh,
missed
maybe
a lot?
he just seen all that. Oh shit, he dusty as hell.
It's been a long time.
Nobody else came in this hotel room?
Ah!
Damn. Bad robot. Alright, that was episode 8, the conclusion of season 3 of Westworld. And hey, if that's the way they wanted to end it, that's the way they ended it. I got nothing out of it at all. Only thing that I got out of it for sure, that I know happened, is that Bernard, that's the revelation we got. He has the actual key to the fantasy world that we need to get to. But Dolores is dead. The big bubble AI is dead. Insight is gone. Everything has been taken care of. But they left some open-ended things with the Man in Black, right? He's going to get Delos back to do something to stop the end of the world.
It's already happened. They can't.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know how you're going to put that back in the box, but okay. And I mean, I don't know where we go from here. Caleb can be whoever he want to be. He's the leader of the revolution. I don't know if that still stands, but the world is burning down. The apocalypse is happening. When we build up this new world, what is it going to be? I don't know. But I do know from season 1 all the way to season 3 right now, this is not how I expected it to end. When this season started, I did understand, okay, it makes sense now. These corporations, the devious things going on behind the scenes. And okay, it should have led to something where it would have made sense for season 1, 2, and then coming up to 3. But to me, it really did. It was just like, and this is how we're going to end it. That's all you need. Just this one guy right here with this AI. You deal with this, then that's it. That was the whole thing. So, and then what happened to, was it Charlotte? Yeah. I mean, we know Charlotte survived the explosion. Like, she burnt, but she did a threat to Dolores, but there was no more of that. So I guess they got a couple of things to work with for season 4. I just don't know how you're going to get another 8 episodes in season 4 after all this has been taken care of. But other than that, I thought it was okay. It was a so-so ending to top this off. I thought it was going to be more brain exploding, but it wasn't. So I'm going to give it an okay on that one. So we'll see how they end this off in season 4 if they do.
Yeah, so I feel like the biggest, I want to call it like distraction, I guess, but is this season so different from the first 2? So much so that we even like switched out who the like protagonist of the show is now, with Caleb being in such a lead role. I feel like it's a little jarring. The finale, it's just like, now there's a world apocalypse and the world's just done for. I don't know. It just seemed like, and also even with the pivot as far as the revelation of what Dolores' ultimate plan was, I feel like that's so much more aligned with Maeve. Maeve was the one that's, identified as the person who's giving choices. She did that with the host in season 2. She's been one that like everybody should make their own decisions. That's very much aligned with who Maeve is. I didn't feel like it made sense that's Dolores adopted that now too, because she took everybody's free will away. She took it away from Teddy. She was forcing everybody to do her will. So to have this whole revelation of her being like, I'm trying to give free will back to humanity, didn't make sense to me. As far as like everything that's led up to this point, it would have been better if she was trying to take out humanity. That would have made more sense, because that's she was being pulled, and like revenge was like her motivating factor.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
So I thought that pivot, as far as that revelation that she ultimately was trying to do, give humanity their choices back to, I don't know. To me, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I mean,
both points make sense for the show. That you had the Westworld part where it all started out where they were just gonna make some robots and people to come and deal with human human-like hosts where people can come, pay money, blah, blah, blah. But then at the same time, they wanted to use that to gather information on human beings. Of course, it would make sense for another entity outside the park will see that potential to say, hey, if y'all going to be taking all this shit, let me get that information here, do what I got to do over here to do what I think will be right for the real world, which is what you got. But that ended up controlling just everybody else.
It was controlling even him. He was allowing AI to make all of his decisions.
And then at the end, it ended up controlling him. So all of that, those two things make sense. But what didn't make sense was, like you said, Dolores' part of, you got out the park's sole purpose with revenge on humans because they did you so wrong. But then that turned into some convoluted thing that was just like, that's not really what I was trying to do. I was really trying to do this, but not even that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to do more of this and give him to that guy who's a human, who I'm going to let him do it. Because I'm so smart. So it just got crazy.
I will say I did like that. I do like the flashback though with Caleb with the training, and Dolores was one of the girls that they were ultimately going to rape. I thought it was nice though. It's very convenient, but I did like it. That part,
that part was convenient. It was super convenient.
But yeah, as far as
it was alright.
As far as where it's going, I don't know.
I mean, this ending would not be an ending that you were like, oh, you remember season 3 ending of Westworld? Oh, no, this is not going to be that at all.
Like this season could almost be its own show separate from everything else we watch.
Yeah.
That's how different it is from season 1 and season 2.
It's definitely not Westworld. It
might
just be, New World. We can call it New World, but I don't know. Westworld.
But we are done.
That's it, man. So, I mean, we'll see if we end up doing season 4, but right now, that was a subpar ending on that, and I'm very disappointed because I know they had way more in the tank to give us in that, but we shall see. All right, well, look, thank you guys again for watching another Real Talk reaction for Westworld Season 3, Episode 8, and until next time, people, Alright, so we missed the final post-credit scenes of Westworld Season 3, Episode 8.
Shout out to Lissith for pointing it out.
Thanks for bringing it back around so we can check it out, because damn, we would have missed a big chunk of a nice-ass surprise that happened at the end. Two things. We got, what was her name?
Charlotte.
Charlotte, who came back and fixed herself halfway and kept the arm like that, so we know she's still good and pissed off and not Dolores at the same time. And then the biggest reveal, if she done fucked around and made a damn robot army, but one of the robots she made, one of the hosts, he called it a robot in this one too. So.
It's called a host.
Okay, well, she made another host, and the surprise in there was the Man in Black himself, who killed himself, the Man in Black. So he finally reached the end of the game.
But did he?
And it was brutal. It was, well, we seen him.
No, I don't know. I'm just saying for the actor himself.
Yeah.
They're like, we're not getting rid of him. We have a clever way to keep you around.
Yeah. He's still coming back again. That was an awesome way to end it off. So that right there gets you hyped for Season 4.
Yeah.
Other than what happened at the end of Season 3, and that where it's just like, oh, it went off like the Matrix 3. It's just like, okay, we just, revolution. But I like the way they set this up for war we about to go at in Season 4. So, hey, I'm with that. Good job. Thanks, man.
So I think it's a good. I also I think it's actually good that we had the disconnect from reacting to the end of Season 3 without the without the post-credit scene, because I think there things needed to be said about Season 3, and I think this would have gotten us super hyped, so we would have been distracted. So I think it kind of worked out, played well, because the post-credit scene was the best part of that episode. Hands down, the best part to me. For one, I think it's so great from some of you guys' comments talking about how the actor himself that plays William was super pissed about the direction they went this season, because he signed up to play the Man in Black. He didn't sign up to play this mushy Man in White, and I love that the Man in Black character took out that character. I just think it works so well. It's so great.
He can only play the Man in
now
Black.
he's going to be fully leaned back into that character. But the flip of him being on the side of the host is just so
now he's an actual host.
Crazy and so fucked up to his character. Basically, William got all of his karma handed to him.
He finally got what he always thought he was.
All of his karma was completely served to him in this final post-credit scene. And I thought it was interesting too with Bernard, as far as seeing a time lapse of how long he's been tapped into trying to see what was going on. It'll be interesting to see what his perspective is and what he initially pulled from there. And what's his face gone now? Did he die in the tub? Has he been watching the door? I mean, where did he die?
What's going on with that?
But I thought that was an incredible post-credit scene. Like you said, I think that it does.
What did Arnold see? What did he
Bernard.
see? Bernard. What did he see when he woke up? Was he seeing that whole thing? I don't know. That's gonna be crazy right there.
But I think it is a really cool setup for Season 4. It was just an incredible post-credit scene. They did such a good job with that. That was great. That delivered. Thank you for bringing it to our attention that we missed it. Glad we did in fact see it.
And that's why you're an executive producer, Lucille.
Right.
You own it.
He was I just watched this and you missed it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Appreciate that. But that was all we had for this.
Yeah. Well, until next time. Peace.